We good? Okay, thank you. Will everybody please be seated? Will the foreperson please rise? Has the jury reached verdicts?
Yes, they have.
Thank you very much. Could you give Jessica the jury verdict forms and just have a seat? Appreciate that. I like your jury. You're wearing them like necklaces. Fantastic. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain certain things so you'll understand the verdicts a little bit better. All right, the charges in this case were first-degree murder, 16 counts of aggravated battery, and 1 count of official misconduct. There also, the defense had asked for the instructions and the jury verdict form on second-degree murder. All right, let me explain the process here. Before anybody can get to second-degree murder, the state must prove each and every elements of first-degree murder. There is no bypassing that and going directly to second-degree murder. As pointed out by one of our wonderful professors, Professor Kling, who's in the audience during his lectures, second-degree murder is a combination of first-degree murder plus a mitigating factor. It is not really technically a lesser included offense because it demands another set of proof, which would be the proof by the defense or the defendant going forward by preponderance of the evidence. So with this understanding, will you please read the verdicts?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of second-degree murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, first shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, second shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, third shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, fourth shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, fifth shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, sixth shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, seventh shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, 8th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, 9th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, 10th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm, 11th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with firearms, 12th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with firearms, 13th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with firearms, 14th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with firearms, 15th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of aggravated battery with firearms, 16th shot. We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, not guilty of official misconduct. 12th signature.
At this time, Mr. Herbert.
Judge, we cannot hold the jury.
Can I have the attorneys over here for a second, please? Thank you. Mr. Herbert.
Your Honor, this time we'd ask the full jury.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is, a new experience for you, but when anybody has been convicted of a criminal offense in the state of Illinois by a jury trial, the person that has been convicted has an absolute right to poll the jury. This was a remedy decided by our Illinois Supreme Court. And the purpose of this is in case somebody was forced to sign a jury verdict form in the jury room. And this gave that individual the opportunity to be in the public and say, no, this wasn't my verdict form. So it's an absolute right. So the question will be, was this then and is this now your verdict? Meaning, was that then in the jury room and is this now your verdict? So at this time, Tony?
Yes. Juror 240, were those then and are these now your verdicts? Juror 241, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 242, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 243, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 244, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 245, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 246, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 247, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 248, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 249, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 250, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
And juror 251, were those then and are these now your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, John and Jessica, will you take our wonderful people of the jury and our three wonderful alternates back to the jury room, please?
All rise for the jury.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please be seated? At this time, I'd like to express my appreciation for everybody who participated in this trial and also for the public that are here today. I know, depending on what side that you really favored, it wasn't easy for the, for this verdict to come in. And I appreciate what your restraint that you used today. Makes me very proud to be a citizen of the city of Chicago and also the county of Cook. So thank you. At this time, state.
Your Honor, at this time to stay, we move to revoke defendant Jason's anti bond.
Mr. Herbert.
Judge, we would ask that the motion for the state to be denied. We would ask that in light of the fact that Minus is not found guilty of first-degree murder, we would ask for a bond review. In the alternative, we would ask if we can come back next week for a bond.
Mr. McMahon.
Judge, I would object to that. The defendant's been convicted of 16 counts of aggravated battery with a firearm. They're Class X felonies. A mandatory minimum sentence is 6 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections with a maximum of 30 years on each count. Given that he now stands before this court as a convicted felon, that's he revokes his bond.
All right, bail will be revoked. All right, I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation. All right, order court October 31st 2018. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Court in recess.
All right.
Thank you.
Huh? I know.
Eric, I'm in the middle of this scrum now. As it was silence throughout as the judge was reading each count, as those counts were being read off. But right now there is eruption here. The crowd has gone absolutely nuts. There was small cheers throughout, but this is absolutely erupted as soon as the judge wrapped up in the court. We've actually seen cars coming by honking their horns. But as this was going on, we're gonna actually follow the crowd here. They're marching down 26th here because we've seen a number of obviously cars, people who've been listening to it. But clearly a lot of celebration as Jason Van Dyke was convicted of second-degree murder and aggravated battery, among other counts. But you can see flags waving out here. Chants of justice for Laquan going out. I'm going to let you hear it for a second. And I'm going to try and talk to some people here.